So we got some breaking news. It is now 3 times more likely Jesus returns this year than Bitcoin hitting $200,000 this month. 3 times more likely that Jesus returns this year than Bitcoin hitting $200,000 this month. The fact that people are even betting on something like that lets you know how bearish people are for the remainder of 2025. It is not looking good whatsoever. Matter of fact, if we come over here to the website of Polymarket, I want you guys to check out the betting odds here. All right. So 56% chance that Bitcoin is going to fall below $85,000, 22% chance that Bitcoin is going to fall below $80,000, 8% chance that Bitcoin is going to fall below $75,000, and this is for November. All right, so people are extremely bearish on the market. As I'm recording this video, I believe Bitcoin is somewhere around $89,000. All right, it's not looking good at all. You come over here to the crypto bubbles, pretty much every single coin in this market is red. People are completely fearful. They don't know what to do with themselves, especially if you bought some of these coins at all-time highs. You know what's crazy though? There is someone out there in the world right now that's not yet invested in crypto. They know nothing about this space, but they're going to come in during the very bottom on this market, and they're going to buy some coin and they're going to make some life-changing returns. They're going to get lucky. They're going to get lucky. So a question that I have for everyone is, are you okay knowing that some amateur is going to enter this space, make more money than you, even though you've been here putting in the blood, sweat, and tears over the last couple years? Are you okay with that? Because if you're not okay with that, then this is not the time where we should be pouting, crying. This is a time where we should be rethinking, strategizing what our next move is going to be. You see, we can't all be lottery winners. But if we stay locked in, we give ourselves a fighting chance to make those life-changing returns that we all seek in crypto. We all decide to come in one of the riskiest, if not the riskiest space ever. We could have simply gone over to the stock market, buy some Amazon stock, buy some, I don't know, Apple stock, Nvidia, S&P 500, but we decide to come in crypto because we want those 10x gains in a matter of 24 hours. Doesn't always work like that. In a bull cycle, yes, it's easy to make good money. The hard part is keeping the money. If you guys have been following my channel over the last couple of years, I've been telling you guys, always take profits on the way up. Never be greedy because you never know when the reversal is going to happen. It's actually kind of funny looking back, thinking about some of the comments that I got when people were like, is this your first bull cycle? These coins, that's already been pumping like for a long time. They're like, these coins are going to continue to rally. And then eventually the reversal happens, and then people that was once in profit ends up being in the negative, and then you start punching air and you're just like, man, I should have sold. But it's all lessons learned. The question though is, are you going to remember these lessons once the market reverses and start going in a favorable direction? And also, once the market goes in a favorable direction, what coins are you going to be looking at? Because we all know that these narratives don't last very long, but there's always a rotation in the market. We've seen AI take off. We've seen payments take off. We've seen perp DEX. We've seen a little bit of the RWA space, but not that much. And we've also seen, as of recently, privacy coins take off. We have Zcash, which is still holding up a lot of its gains, surprisingly. This thing is sitting at $647. Some people are shorting this thing like crazy. I considered opening up another short because I did one short this thing. I shorted it at the very peak at like $740, and then I cashed out. And then right now I'm looking at the charts. I'm like, this is kind of looking like a inverse head and shoulders pattern. So if this thing fully plays out, this thing is really getting ready to send. So I'm not even going to touch this one right now. But again, you never know what's going to happen, but we should not be buying these things at all-time highs, no matter what people are saying. If you're still buying coins at all-time highs, then you haven't learned your lesson whatsoever, and you're going to continue to lose money in crypto. This is not the time where we should be looking at coins that's already pumping, already done a 5x in the matter of like a month or two. These are the times where we need to look for good deals and think about where the next rotation could potentially be moving forward. You know what I've done? I set a lot of limit buy orders because I do believe that a lot of these coins is going to retest the October 10th crash lows. And I do believe that a lot of investors is looking at the October 10th crash lows as a great start opportunity to really make those life-changing returns. All right. So if you haven't set any limit buy orders, I do believe that you're making a mistake, because the fear and greed index is not going to stay in extreme fear forever. Eventually, it is going to end up getting back into greed and extreme greed. And around that point, that's when investors is going to want to FOMO back in the market. But those that wait for this thing to flip back into extreme greed, those are the investors that haven't learned their lesson, and they want to continue to lose money. All right, so you got to buy the fear. You got to be very careful when it comes to buying the fear, because again, you don't want to just buy anything. You want to buy coins that is in the right narrative, which actually could pump, because if you're down on your portfolio, the last thing you want is to buy something right now that just is not going to pump whatsoever. We're here to make money, and we're here to make as much money as possible. And the only way that you can do that in crypto specifically is to stick to coins which are in the right narratives. All right, so again, AI, payment, perp text, RWA, and if you get the privacy coins pull back significantly, then I'm going to throw privacy coins in there. But you got to get into coins that's on a very great discount. Look at the charts, look at where all the different levels of support is, and then make a informed decision based off of chart, based off of narrative, based off of previous hype. All that sorts of stuff comes into play. For example, if we're taking a look here at this Ondo chart, right? Ondo is a RWA play. I'm pretty sure most of you know this. Okay, but right now looking at the charts, it looks like it's at some level of support. But you can see that the October 10th crash came all the way down to, brought Ondo all the way down to 26 cents. So what you should be doing if you're interested in something like Ondo is you need to set a limit buy order down here at 26 cents. Because if another flash crash does occur, you don't want to be caught off guard. Right, you could be out having a good time, and then you check your portfolio, you check TradingView, and you realize that a flash crash happened, and then you weren't able to take advantage of that opportunity. So you set your limit buy orders ahead of time. You also set your limit sell orders ahead of time, because let's say a flash crash happens, Ondo comes down to 30 cents, and then before you know it, it's bounced back up to 50 or 60 cents. If your limit buy order was set, you'd have taken advantage of that dip. If your limit sell order was set at the same time, you'd have taken advantage of that rip, and so on and so forth. All right, so make sure you set your limit buy orders, set your limit sell orders. Don't get caught off guard. Now to some positive news. Kraken filed for US IPO. So crypto, it continues to move in the right direction, man. And honestly, even though you take a look at the charts on Bitcoin and a lot of these coins, it just looks very bad. I'm hoping that Bitcoin doesn't start to curl over here and forms this bearish head and shoulders pattern, because then that would be disgusting. That fall will be pretty bad. Let's hope that does not happen. But you know, it is what it is. You're going to have to go through tough times and good times to get to those returns that you all want to seek. All right. Now, let me end things off with this. For anyone looking for a great crypto exchange, check out my link to BTCC. You get 10% bonus on first-time deposits, extra bonuses up to $10,000. It requires no VPN, no KYC. If you're someone that trades using leverage, I mean, hey, you get to use up to 500x leverage. The link is going to be in my description down below for anyone that's interested. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Check out all the links down below. And until next time, take care.